most people listening in right now are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, right? There's like 30 million small business owners in the United States. That's who's listening in for the most part. And those people that are trying to make it, they're like, yeah, I want to try this. So if you're saying you would come in right now and it would be more difficult to succeed with Malka, what would you focus on to be able to have a greater chance to succeed? What would that look like instead?
It would be, and it's what we're doing now. It's focusing on strategy and purpose, content with purpose. Um, the content strategies that we're developing with our clients at scale, and our tagline has always been content at the speed of culture. How do we connect with that audience on a day-to-day basis, everywhere that they live? If you're going to have high production value content, it's going to get very expensive, like I said. So it's having a network of creators that support those content needs. Everything that we do is in-house, so let's just do more with less. The 200 employees, I call them 200 creatives, they're comprised of 30 editors, 25 graphic designers, motion graphics, talent. Our live stream department's all in-house, our shooters, all of the equipment, lights, camera, audio, the studios, the podcast studios on both coasts. We have the studios in Jersey City where headquarters is, podcast studios there. And then here in Santa Monica, the full studio, everything in-house. That's what makes it more affordable. So when we do need to run out and do a lot of the run and gun, keep costs down, but leverage the external resources, the creators themselves, that can, you spend the money on the creators, right? Because the content will come with it. If you spend money on actually making the content, it's going to be, you need more budget. You need budget for distribution. The creators come with built-in distribution. So change the approach a little bit. And that's how we've guided our brands and our clients to adapt to that. And yes, it might at the core of it be using less of our resources, but that's where the focus on strategy and purpose is. There's value in understanding the why and getting that out. And then the content is pretty low budget.
I like that, man. You spend money on the creators, which is very similar to how YouTube does it, right? They're like, you know what, let's just give back the majority to the creators because we know that they come with an audience.
Exactly.
That's very smart. All right. So now we're looking at content distribution because you guys create the content and you distribute it, right? Email, social media. What is your main focus right now? If we're talking to the business owner of the United States and other countries, what should we be focused on as far as distribution so we're getting the best results right now?
Develop your own channels because you'll always own them. And the creators will find value in developed channels with their own audience as well. And at the core strategy of any brand, like I said earlier, is the content. If you have the ability to play the long game and building channels is a long-term vision, do that. Your channels will stand up your marketing strategy no matter what. It kind of speaks to the, one of the big reasons we were acquired by Moneyline last year, a public company on the fintech side. And a lot of people asked, why did, a company like Moneyline purchase a company like Malka? And that's because of the core vision, that the app will be stood up by the content in the content feed. I think we just recently had a playlist which certainly organized the content for the consumers, and now the app works really, really well. I think the vision for what the content needs to do, which is inform, educate, provide all of the users on what to do with their money. The new tagline there is for every time you money. And so you can go into the app, do anything you need around money, but you can also educate yourself. Financial literacy, at the core of it is financial literacy. And so how do you gas that inside the app? Acquire a content company that at the core mission has kind of developed the machine and the workflow to run that content. But again, to the first statement, the core focus there is the creators. the first thing we did was build a roster of creators, financial literacy content creators like you actually. And that's kind of what I was saying to you earlier, was the content that you're creating connects to the finance world, the real estate world, the world that's driven around economy, around finance, around money. How to be good leaders, how to be good thought leaders, how to be good business people. Those are the types of content creators that we'd love to have in the app, and it's a good example.